We've done it again, people. We've done it again. Second place. Come on. Yeah, we've done it again. Yes. Come on, Arsenal. Second. We've secured second place again. Credit to Declan Rice. Second half performance, Arsenal turned it around. To be fair to them, that first half, mate, I'm telling you, like we've been watching Arsenal this season. We've had so many games. Like just looking at our team, just so boring to watch. Lack of ideas, passing it, recycling it, like not really breaking teams down. But I think Newcastle had about 8 shots in the first 20 minutes. Like if it wasn't for David Raya, they would have been 2 or 3 up, honestly. So, fair play to David Raya for his saves and, keeping us in the game. But yeah, second half, I don't know. Obviously some changes happened. Calafiori came on, Declan Rice getting more into the game, and Newcastle seemed to have faded away a little bit. So yeah, Arsenal managing to get the win. Second half performance was pretty good for the first 25-30 minutes of it. I thought we did pretty well. And yeah, again, Declan Rice, what a goal. And for me, player of the season for Arsenal. I think there's no doubt about that. He has been one of the best players this season, full stop, for Arsenal Football Club. Like I think if it wasn't for Declan Rice, I don't even know. He would have struggled to even maybe get Champions League football, I'll be honest, because the way Odegaard this season was playing midfield wasn't good enough. Party sometimes hit and miss, and Declan Rice, man, just been a constant throughout the whole season, up and down, box to box, scoring goals when you need him to score goals, assisting when you need him to assist, making recovery challenges, absolutely, just as a midfielder. We talk about number 6, number 8, number 10. We talk about all of these different positions in football in terms of like what a midfielder is, right? But Declan Rice, he is just, what you call a centre mid. Back in day, like you could play 4-4-2, play any formation. Declan Rice is just a midfielder. He does it all. He defends, he attacks. He defends, he attacks. He can control the game, he can break up play. He can do everything. So for me, one of the best players in the world, full stop, and definitely, player of the season for Arsenal. So big up Declan Rice for what he's done today. Massive credit to him. And yeah, Arsenal Football Club in the end, as I said, woohoo, second place again. Yeah, been a weird season. Obviously very disappointing as a fan, if you're being honest, in terms of our expectations coming into it. But yeah, man, we go again next season because we've got no choice. But yeah, man, let's get into the video and talk about the game a little bit more. So yeah, in general, let's just touch on a few players today. I thought our defense did well. As I said, David Raya, man of the match, obviously, in terms of keeping us in the game. Declan Rice as well up there with a goal. And, Odegaard as well, I believe, got the assist as well. So yeah, fair play to, some of the few good moments we did have today. But yeah, I think Ben White actually had a good game, and I liked what Kyrgios was doing today, man. I want to give a big credit to Kyrgios because there's been discussions as well about, potentially selling Kyrgios or letting him leave. I'm hearing reports, I don't know what team it was, but I saw something about 35 million euros. I don't think it was even pounds. And talking about him leaving, I'm like, you know what? No, Kyrgios has to stay, man. Listen, I think he's done enough to show us that he can be a important player for Arsenal. He's someone who can help out the team, and we've got Tomiyasu on the books, but there's no guarantee how he's going to come back. They're talking about December, January, sorting out all of his problems, and then hopefully Tomiyasu can stay fit. But there's no guarantee in terms of what he's going to actually give us. Even though Tomiyasu himself, when he is fully fit, incredible defender. But yeah, Kyrgios, man, he's shown it this season. He's shown how he can be, when we need him to be, when we need to call upon someone, he's there. He's there to be counted on. And today, I thought he had a really good game. Also, I'll give credit because obviously Saliba came. Also, I'll come on here to Ricardo Calafiori as well. Another big player. Like this player, Calafiori, I said it from the jump. He's one of them players. He is what you call a maverick. There was a moment, right? And there's like, it's one of them ones, if it goes wrong, you're like, what are you doing? So it's like towards the end of the game, we're counter-attacking. I believe Havertz has hit it to Martinelli. I'm seeing Calafiori just charging forward. I'm like, bro, you're not even thinking about the counter. Like, if we lose the ball, he's already gone. And he's just one of them players. But honestly, the way, passing the ball out the back, very quick, the decisions he's making, just just a smooth player. That's what he is, just a smooth player. So yeah, Calafiori, top player. We knew that when we signed him anyway, obviously, after the Euros. Yeah, a lot of potential there, and he's just one of them players as well. You need to stay fit, man. You need to actually just keep on staying fit, and then you'll get your chance in the first team regularly. Apart from that, though, to be honest, I do want to talk about some negatives today because, this season has been a bit concerning for Arsenal Football Club in terms of the way we played. A lot of the time, now that first half performance today was a performance that it's not a surprise to see us getting peppered, to be honest, by Newcastle. And it's just one of them ones. The way we build up sometimes is so slow. For me, like, listen, everyone knows. Like, for me, I'm not an Arteta fan. I said it before the season. If he didn't win the Premier League, he doesn't win the Champions League, time to move on. Bring me a new coach. I would do that right now. I know the club's not going to do that. So sometimes talking about it feels very, very, very pointless. But that's just my opinion. But in general, right? Arsenal next season, Arteta or no Arteta, we need to figure out something else. Like the attacking, the way we penetrate teams, we need to be we need to be more convincing. We need to have a bit more about us. We haven't got anything about us, to be honest. When we're attacking teams and trying to break them down, we're very, very weak, and that's why sometimes when it gets to the big moments, the team just doesn't deliver. They don't deliver at all. So listen, there's talks about transfers. We'll probably do a transfer video tomorrow talking about some of the links, some of the names potentially come to Arsenal to help our attack and all of this sort of stuff. A lot of talk from Arteta, from Josh Kroenke. Oh, we're going to do this in the summer. We're going to do that. Listen, I hear all of that. But really and truly, Arsenal Football Club, man, you watch us play sometimes and you just can fall asleep, man. You're fighting sleep. I've never, in my life watched Arsenal growing up, whether we're winning, whether we're not winning, and decided, not decided, but like, I'm fighting sleep. I'm actually bored watching this team because it's the same patterns over and over again, whether it's working, whether it's not working, just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. The point where, listen, I know this is the new way is because of Guardiola, Arteta. You look at Bresca at Chelsea. It's just like, this is not football. Sometimes you just want to see players actually doing something special. And so once in a blue moon, as I said, we do get a Declan Rice doing something special. You'll get a Saka doing something special. In general, it's so robotic. It's so scripted. It's just no room for creativity sometimes with the way we play. That it's very painful to watch. So slow. So honestly, I said, you fight in sleep sometimes to stay awake. But yeah, Arsenal Football Club, as I said, for me, Arteta's not my guy. I would sack him today. But I know he's not going anywhere. So because of that, right, we need new signings. We need people who are willing to go beyond what Arteta's telling them to do and, taking us to that next level. Because if we don't do that, listen, I'm telling you again, listen, we'll probably just finish second again. So yeah, let's just get the table up while we're at it. As you guys can see here, Arsenal second place. We needed that win, obviously. Qualified for Champions League now. Southampton last game of the season. Arteta actually suspended as well. See, that guy, listen. I know you guys, Arsenal fans, like, you love Arteta and all of that, but see, there's so many things about him are just serious. Like the way he lies, the way he's... Bro, there's so many things that he does that just honestly irritating for me, especially, even though he's Arsenal manager and I should support him, no matter what. I'm not rocking with him. I'm not rocking with him at all. But yes, people, as I said, listen, 71 points, second place. We let Liverpool win the league like so early. They've only got 83 points. So you let them win the league. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Look at the draws this season. 14 draws. We have dropped points in 18 games this season. That is criminal. That is criminal. We dropped points 18 times in the league. Oh my, that is disgusting. So yeah, Arsenal Football Club, we need to fix up. We need to fix up. This has not been a good season. Listen, as I said, we qualified for Champions League. Woohoo! Second again. Woohoo! I'm just obviously joking, being sarcastic. But yeah, not good enough. So hopefully we can turn this around for next season. Invest in the team and bring players that will be, listen, Arteta or no Arteta, that are willing to go beyond whatever the manager's telling them to do, willing to break the structure, willing to do something by themselves and, really push Arsenal to winning the Premier League, to winning the Champions League, because that's all we're asking for, man. We're not asking for anything too much, man. That's what we expect. But yeah, guys, anyway, back in the Champions League, second again in the Premier League. And yeah, man, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, let's leave the video here. Just a quick little reaction to the Arsenal-Newcastle game. As I said, we're coming more content on this channel, especially throughout the transfer window. So yeah, transfer news, hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more news. There's been some whispers of some players linked today with Arsenal and potentially seeing what could happen over the next few weeks now that obviously Champions League is confirmed, even though there was not really any doubt about it being confirmed. But yeah, confirmed now, so I'm expecting a lot of news to pick up and Arsenal to start, making some moves in the market very, very, very soon. But yeah, guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll be back with you guys next time. Make sure to take care and peace.